Morning guys, welcome to Vlogmas day 6. Me and Cleo are just about to open our advents. I was busy this morning. I'll insert some clips. We went to go and get some stuff in the bathroom, so I'll show you what it looks like now. It's pretty much finished. We just need to do the radiator and get a stool, and also the light, but everything else I think is up. So we're going to quickly open our advents, and then I'm going to be doing some Christmassy bits this afternoon. I wanted to make some Christmas chocolate slabs, maybe just one, so that I can put it on my Etsy and people can buy it for Christmas, to get photos of it. And then I also wanted to show you how to make some fondant bits, so I think I'm going to do that today, fingers crossed. So I thought I'll do that, and then I can show you how to use like the embossers and stamps and things like that. But I'll play it by ear throughout the day, but there'll be some kind of tutorial in today's video. So we are on day 6. If you can't see our head, Cleo's here. So you have the beef bites. So we'll put those on there, and then I've got mine. I've got a little snowman today. And then where's those sticks? Oh, I got toasted marshmallow again. I wonder. So there's 8 flavours. So I'm gonna get some of them more than twice. I've already had these 3 flavours twice. I've had gingerbread twice, toasted marshmallow twice, and then salted caramel. So we will see what other ones I get, considering I've already had those twice. So yes, that is our advents for today, and I will see you a little bit later. We are going to start by colouring our fondant. I am just using some colour mill, but you can use whatever colouring you want. I also sometimes use Pro Gel, that's more of a rare one. I typically stick to Colour Splash, which you can get at Hobbycraft, or Colour Mill. And Colour Mill I get off of Cake Decorating Co. or sometimes Amazon, but it's usually more expensive on there. So to colour your fondant, just put little and often, I usually say, because otherwise if you put too much it's very difficult to lighten it. So we're going to be starting with a few drops and we're going for a pastel colour. So we've got olive in Colour Mill, which gives us a nice sage kind of colour. Then we have rose in Colour Mill and that gives us a lovely like baby pink. And then we're going to leave the other one just a simple white. And I just wanted to show you the embossers on different fondant colours, because it's surprising how different embossed patterns look different on different colours. There are certain ones where I feel like you need a darker colour in order for the embossing to show up, unless you're going to paint it, in which case you don't have to worry. But if you're not planning to paint it, then I would definitely recommend using darker colours for anything that you want to show up. So right now I'm just sprinkling some icing sugar. People use various things. I believe some people use corn flour. I've never tried it. It's easy to use icing sugar. I always have it in the cupboard so I don't have to worry about that. So you just use it so that it doesn't stick. So you just use your hands, because if you use gloves it often creates grooves or like marks on the fondant. So just make sure your hands are washed and then you can use them to make your fondant. So we're just making sure that they have a reasonable amount of icing sugar on both sides. That will stop your roller from sticking and also your fondant from sticking to your board. Then you can use a sterile pin to pierce any air bubbles, which is what I just did a second ago. And then you can also just use your fingers. A lot of the time you can smooth out any air bubbles, but if they really need to be popped, then just use a pin. Then we're just rolling them all out to a decent size. We're going to be using a little cookie cutter, so that will crop them down, so you don't have to worry about that. So we have our 3 fondants rolled out. I'm just adding a little bit more icing sugar just to make sure that they're nice and rolled out. There we go. I would usually do them a little bit thicker than these. However, for the sake of the video, because I'm not actually going to be using them on anything, they don't necessarily need to be practical. So they still stamp just as well. And it usually means that they dry a bit quicker, but because they are just fondant, they're not a thick amount of sugar paste or anything like that. It will make them flimsy and I would worry about them breaking, so I usually make them slightly thicker than these. So we're going in with the embossers. You want to apply a reasonable amount of pressure. As you can see there, I didn't apply enough, usually because they're thicker, so you wouldn't have to apply as much. And then you can just go in with a brush. I've got some paintbrushes, like food paintbrushes, but then I also have a fluffy makeup brush, which is new. Because it's perfect for dusting. So I have quite a few makeup brushes. I bought a set of Real Techniques, but you can buy various other brands, just because it was a nice way to dust off fondant, and you don't get any like fluff or anything like that. So it's really good for getting rid of any icing sugar that's just left over. So you can see how the embosser creates an effect on the pink piece of fondant, and then you can see the difference with a stamp. The only reason I would use a stamp is if I wasn't planning to paint it. If I'm planning to paint it, I would definitely do embossing, because I used to try and paint stamps and it took forever because it's imprinted, so that means that you have to have a very thin brush or a little squeezy bottle, and it takes a lot of time, whereas it's a lot easier to paint your embossed designs. So we're just clearing up any imperfections here, and then I think I lift them up just to show you them a bit closer. So this is the For Santa stamp. I got it off eBay. Then that's Hey Santa Baby, which is from Bakebox Boutique on Instagram. They also have a website. And then that was the Merry Christmas, we're just using some edible glue from Hobbycraft. This is not essential, it's just to show you what you can do with your fondant. I love doing this for sugar cookies and also for cupcakes. So you just apply a little bit of the edible glue and then you just drop your sprinkles on there, and if you leave them for, I would say, maybe like 15 minutes, they will be nice and set on there. Obviously if you actually hit them then they would move, but as long as you're still gentle with your fondant then that's fine. I would recommend putting the sprinkles on at the end, so you either leave them overnight to dry, or if you're putting them on a sugar cookie, make sure that you put the fondant on the sugar cookie before painting and before adding any sprinkles, because otherwise it is going to either smudge when you lift up the fondant or you'll damage it in some way. So any finishing touches like that, do at the end. If it's for cupcakes, you can let them harden overnight and then you'll be able to lift it even if it does have sprinkles and things on it. So as you can see, my paint started to separate. It's one that I don't actually use anymore because it's pink, so I thought that I would just use it for the sake of the video because these bits of fondant were just gonna go in the food bin, but yeah, I need to get a new one of that. So you just use a brush and literally just paint it on. So the way that I do it, as you can see, is I do the really big sections first, the big sections of the letters, and then what I do is go in with a smaller brush and do all the in-between, just because I find that if you do it all together then you're not switching between loads of different brushes. So I just go in with one big brush, then go in with all the little brush, so that you can get all of the smaller sections. So you have to be very careful with this. I've made many a mistake. This takes a lot of time, despite the time-lapse making it look like seconds. This was a good couple of minutes, but it is well worth it in the end because it does look very pretty. So we went for pink because the base is pink, but it looks really nice in gold and silver for Christmas with any colour. And this particular embosser also has little stars around the letters, so you will see me actually painting those as well. That is optional because they are very small, so you might decide not to. But these embossers from Bakebox Boutique are so nice. I found them on Instagram, and then since then I've bought quite a few from them. I also really like Lizzie Lou, London. As you can see, the paint starts to drip down when I was showing you these, but I just did a little close-up shot. There we go. The paint started falling, but we just wiped that off. So those are the finished embossers. So I hope that you found that helpful. So you get to see how you stamp and also how you emboss. So I just got back from spin and I just wanted to show you, I remember I mentioned what the chocolate, I was doing the chocolate slab for postals, so I just wanted to show you how it turned out. So this is what it looks like. You might not, there you go, it's embossed with Merry Christmas, and then we've got candy canes, chocolate orange, coins on there. I think it's better in the light. There you go. So you can, and then we've got various sprinkles and candy cane. So I've taken photos of that, and then that's going to be uploaded onto my Etsy and my website tonight, so that people can order them for Christmas. I'm gonna probably do it as like weekly postals, I think, and then people can order them for gifts. So I'll probably do every Wednesday along with the brownies. So yeah, if you want to take a look at those, my website will be linked below. But yeah, so that was the final thing for Christmas. I believe I'm not doing anything else for Christmas, and then everything else in terms of like new products is from like January onwards, so I have a bit of time to finish those. So I think I'm going to end the vlog here. There wasn't much in today's because I was really tired and we didn't really get up to much. but I'm hoping that you found the embosser slash stamp bit a little bit helpful for anyone that doesn't necessarily know how to use embossers. I used to think that they were way harder to use than they are. They're literally just like a stamp. You just have to be really careful when you're painting them, because you've obviously like embossed and raised the letters, so if you then paint on the bit that isn't raised, it's really difficult to get off. So that's pretty much it for today, and then I've got to work through all my list. I've got a list of Vlogmas videos, so I need to look through that, and then I will have all of the video ideas that people sent me back in November. But I'm just kind of like getting into Vlogmas because it is a lot of work. Just wanted to quickly pop in before I say bye and say that I am making my way through these cookie creations. We've got through Dina's Delights, they're amazing. We're halfway through Jilly's cake tray. I'm halfway through the cake jar from Sweet Cheese Cupcakes. I've eaten 2 of the 6 blondies from Nutmeg Cakes. And what else? I think there was Oscar's treats went, they're like completely gone. Oh no, there is one left, which is Save for Christmas for Cleo. I think that's it. I'm really sorry if I've forgotten something, but yeah, I'm trying to make my way through these cookies because unfortunately they're way too good to give away. There's only one that I'm going to be giving away, and that's the peanut butter one because I don't like peanut butter, but I can't give them away because they're just too good. So yeah, the only things I'm like giving away is when it's like a crazy big amount of stuff for one person, because yeah, obviously I've just been to the gym, so that's why I feel a bit better about eating this. But I am going to eat this while I edit this video, so very, very tasty. As you can see, I've already taken a bite out of it, but this is the chocolate orange cookie. So yeah, it's got white chocolate orange in it as well, which is even better. So yeah, I'm gonna go and eat this and edit this video, and I will see you in tomorrow's vlog. Bye.